Hi, this week's narrated slideshow is the YouTube Diner, and this is a slideshow of YouTube resources for teachers. I'm Brian Wise, and I'd like to thank Megan Arteaga, one of my partners. She's an instructional coach at the district office, and she helped a lot with the design and building of this slideshow. So thank you, Megan. Our objective is that you're going to receive some hands-on experience and instructional implications for several apps and web tools that can enable us to use YouTube more effectively. So I'd encourage you to please pause as you get to each resource and open a new browser tab and explore it a little bit. So how are teachers currently using YouTube in their classrooms? Well, some teachers are subscribing to education channels. Some teachers are making their own narrated videos for students. And there are a lot of really great instructional websites out there, like Crash Course is good for history and science and psychology. Veritasium is a good source of content for math and physical science. Khan Academy is a tremendous resource for math at almost every grade level. There's also a new resource for English language arts. SparkNotes gives you some quick plot summaries of a lot of novels that you might read in English class. So what are some advantages of using YouTube? Well, it's very popular with young people, very easy for them to access. They're very comfortable with it. And of course, when you're talking about learning technology, comfort can be a real advantage if people feel that something is easy to use. YouTube is very platform agnostic. It'll run on a variety of devices, including cell phones and tablets and laptops and desktops. But it's also very versatile. It can be streamed to a television. And if you have a good enough internet connection and the right equipment, you can watch a YouTube video on a big screen and it looks pretty good. A lot of teachers are using YouTube in the classroom with maybe a classroom projector or with students watching videos on their individual devices. Here's an example of students taking a brain break, and more content is being added every day, literally, at every grade level and every subject. So you can probably find a video for almost everything. There are some challenges, however, with using YouTube. The video suggestions can be distracting, especially if these are on a projector. My sons watched a Minecraft video with Dan TDM, and when I go to school the next day and launch my YouTube channel, if I accidentally left my computer at home, logged into my account, guess what's going to show up in front of all of my students? Yep, some suggested links to YouTube videos that are based on what I or maybe my sons watched at home. That can be very distracting and potentially embarrassing even. Another challenge is I might want to link to a short segment of a longer video. I'll show you how to do that. And of course, advertising is something we're concerned about as teachers. These ads can be very distracting. So speaking of the ads, there is a AdBlock Chrome extension. There are a lot of these sorts of extensions out there. I'm not going to try to claim that this is the perfect one. It is not perfect, but it will block most ads from YouTube. Interestingly, AdBlock will also block ads from Facebook and other social media, so you might want to use it at home. There's a link to it on the Chrome Web Store. Once you install this on your Chrome browser, a window will pop up and ask you for a financial donation. You do not have to give it. The extension will work whether you give them money or not. They're just asking for a friendly donation. And of course, I don't like to ask teachers to spend money because we don't have a lot of money. Another web tool that you can use is called ViewPure. And what ViewPure does is takes your video that you would like to share with your students, and instead of showing it in a video window like this that has all kinds of ads and suggested videos, instead you paste that share URL into ViewPure, click on the Purify button, And now look, you get a nice clean tab with a lot of blank space around the video, very few distractions. Now all of your students' attention is focused where it should be, which is on the content of your video. There's also a similar app or extension called Floating for YouTube, and this is a resource that allows you to show a YouTube video in a resizable window. See, I'm making it smaller, and then I can click and drag and make it larger, and it floats on top of my browser tab. This might be great if you want to show a YouTube video maybe off in one corner of your screen while other content is being shown in the background. So you almost get like a split screen capability. So that's another option that you might explore if you're a teacher. I mentioned earlier that sometimes you want to link to a specific start time in a video. Let me show you how to do that. I think I'll full screen this one. So here is a video, one of my very favorite YouTube videos, which is a Cello Wars Star Wars parody. And in the middle of this music video, there's a very funny thing that happens where Darth Vader has this big dramatic pause, and then he pulls out an accordion and does an accordion solo. So let's say I want to link to just the accordion solo. Maybe I want to make a link that goes just to that one portion of the video. So what I do is, instead of sharing the entire share code, I'm going to click on this little box underneath that says Start At. And it'll add a timestamp to the URL, and see what happens when I go to that URL with the timestamp. It will start playing the video right at that point where the solo begins. And of course, there was no Han Solo. I wasn't talking about Han Solo. I was talking about the accordion solo. Sorry, there's a little Star Wars joke there. Moving on, YouTube Video Editor is a really great tool. I cannot believe that it's free, but it's deceptively simple. It actually is pretty powerful. It'll allow you to add transitions between video clips. You can add titles, subtitles, and captions. You can add a music track. You only get to add one audio track, but you can add one background audio track if you like to your video. So it's just a great resource. All of the work is done in the cloud, so you can prepare your video projects from a variety of different devices. You can pause and come back later, and then when the video looks just the way you like, it'll automatically turn it into a YouTube video for you. So I have some information about YouTube Video Editor on the companion website. It does require you to log into YouTube, and that is something that unfortunately Google's terms of service only allow for people over the age of 13 years. So this is okay for high school students or anybody over 13. However, if you are teaching younger students, then this would be a resource, unfortunately, just for the teacher. And it is easy to use, though. My son just turned 13, so he got his own YouTube video channel, and he has a lot of fun making screencast videos of himself playing Minecraft. And he mixes these Minecraft screencasts with captions like this one and other kinds of animations. And then he can even add in camera footage of himself that he takes with a cell phone camera or with a webcam, and all these elements can be blended together very easily with YouTube Video Editor. So how might you use YouTube in your classroom? Well, think about captions. Captions can be very important, not just for people with who have disabilities related to hearing. Captions are also useful to anyone who has trouble understanding the video. Maybe the speaker has an accent, or maybe there's some background noise either on the video or in your classroom. So I recommend that teachers turn on the captions whenever you show a video in the classroom, even if none of your students have disabilities. All students are distractible, and sometimes it is difficult to understand spoken content. So I would encourage you to turn on the captions at all times. It'll help everybody. You can also add links during a video and cards. You can edit videos, as I mentioned earlier. So think for a moment about how you might create a video in your class, or maybe perhaps even assign, if you're at the secondary level, how could you assign your students to make their own videos? So I have a link here to the YouTube video editor. And one of the ways that you can launch the YouTube video editor is to open your YouTube account. And if you're working on a Chromebook, like many of the teachers in my district would be, you can click on the app launcher and locate the YouTube icon and click on it to open it. You might have to click on More, and there it is. Then you can click on My Channel, and then click on Video Manager. And that is one way to access the YouTube video editor. Go down on the left-hand side to Create, click on Create, and then underneath Create, click on Video Editor, and that will open your YouTube video editor. So at this point, I'll turn you loose to some independent practice. I have links here to many of the resources that I just told you about. So please feel free to explore and think about how you might use one or more of these resources for a lesson in your class. And one of your, when you do build a lesson resource for this week's assignment, I want you to think about how YouTube can improve your instruction in the, that word got cut off there, it should say in the classroom. There it is. Sorry about that. Let me just make a little edit here. You won't see this when you look at the slideshow yourself, but there you go. Yay. And when you access this slideshow online, there are some bonus slides with some additional content for you to explore. So thank you very much, and don't forget to finish up this week with a threaded discussion.